A growing list of Democrats calling on President Joe Biden to step aside after last night's press conference.
Okay, that's why this morning we're asking you, should he drop out of the race? You can go to WFA.com/vote now to weigh in.
Yeah, for now, though, we do want to get over to Natalie Haddad, who joins us here in the studio because, Natalie, many Democrats say they are concerned about Biden's ability to win the election in November. The calls continue to get louder.
Yeah, I think more than anyone, the Democratic Party was hoping that the news conference would go well yesterday to quiet these doubts. And did it work? I think that depends on who you ask. In some areas, President Biden came across strong and fluent. In others, he slipped up. For instance, calling his counterpart Vice President Trump instead of Vice President Harris. Now, Biden was insistent throughout the conference that he would not be dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. Reporters asked him about NATO, the war between Ukraine and Russia, and the Israel-Hamas war. He also asked if he'd be willing to take a neurological exam. As he stated before, he said he takes one every day, making decisions for the country. Now, reaction from the news conference is trickling in. Democratic Representative Lloyd Doggett of Texas has already doubled down on his stance that Biden should allow someone else to run in his place.
What are you hearing from your constituents about Biden staying in the race?
Overwhelmingly favoring replacement. But we just can't afford to lose this race after our candidate's gone a little lame.
And President Biden told reporters that staying in the race is not about his legacy, but about, quote, finishing the job.
Okay, let's talk legacy, right? The concern surrounding President Biden has a lot to do with his age, his verbal acuteness, while his competitor Donald Trump, we know he's a convicted felon, technically, twice impeached. So you've got people who are going, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do.
This is something the American people are going to have to deal with when they go to the polls. And despite these issues surrounding each of the candidates, polls show that the two, Biden and Trump, are still neck and neck. But that is until you bring Kamala Harris into the picture. An ABC poll released this week says Harris would do better in a race than Trump. Biden, in his news conference last night, also noted he wouldn't have picked Kamala Harris as his running mate if he didn't think she would be ready to serve as president at some point.
Oh, well, we have been asking you this morning, what do you think? Should Biden stay in the race or not? Looking at the numbers so far, 55% say yes. Those numbers have changed a little bit since we opened it up. We'll keep it open throughout the rest of the show, but WFA.com/vote now is where folks can weigh in themselves.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah.